Hi, and a very pleasant good day to you wherever in the world you are viewing us. Today we continue our reading into the book The Great Controversy by Ellen G. White, Chapter 1, The Destruction of Jerusalem. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't done so as yet, grab your physical copy of this wonderful book. Or if that isn't available at this point in time, you could look online, look at a PDF copy, and peruse with us, read with us as we continue day 3, continuing on page 18. Starting from the paragraph, looking down the ages. Yes? Looking down the ages, he saw the covenant people scattered in every land, like wrecks on a desert shore. In the temporal retribution about to fall upon her children, he saw but the first draught from that cup of wrath, which at the final judgment she must drain to its dregs. Divine pity, yearning, love, found utterance in the mournful words. Hear these mournful words. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are set unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. O that thou, a nation favored above every other, hath known the time of thy visitation, and the things that now belong unto thy peace. I have stayed the angel of justice. I have called thee to repentance, but in vain. It is not merely servants, delegates, and prophets, whom thou hast refused and rejected, but the Holy One of Israel, thy Redeemer. If thou art destroyed, thou alone art responsible. Ye will not come to me, that ye might have life. Matthew 23:37 and John 5:40. Christ saw in Jerusalem a symbol of the world hardened in unbelief and rebellion, and hastening on to meet the retributive judgment of God. The woes of a fallen race pressed upon his soul, forcing from his lips that exceeding bitter cry. He saw the record of sin traced in human misery, tears, and blood. His heart was moved with infinite pity for the afflicted and suffering ones on the earth. Suffering ones of earth. He yearned to relieve them all, but even his hand, his wonderful hand, might not turn back the tide of human woe. Few would seek their only source of help. Few would seek their only source of help. He was willing to pour out his soul unto death to bring salvation within their reach. But few would come to him that they might have life. The majesty of heaven, the Son of God, the Son of the infinite God, troubled in spirit, bowed down in anguish. Imagine Jesus for a moment, all powerful, pleading with Jerusalem, but he refused. The scene filled heaven with wonder. That scene revealed to us the exceeding sinfulness of sin. It shows how hard a task it is even for the infinite power to save the guilty from the consequences of transgressing the law of God. Jesus, looking down to the last generation, saw the world involved in a deception similar to that which caused the destruction of Jerusalem. And we know he's referring to us because we are part of that last generation. The great sin of the Jews was their rejection of Christ. That was then. The great sin of the Christian world will be their rejection of the law of God. The foundation of his government in heaven and in earth, the law of God. The precepts of Jehovah will be despised and set at naught. Millions in bondage to sin, slaves of Satan, doomed to suffer the second death, would refuse to listen to the words of truth in their day of visitation. Terrible blindness, strange infatuation. It's my preference that we won't cause Jesus to cry. Your choice will be the right one. You still have time. You're alive. You're watching this. It's my sincere desire that when Jesus speaks to your heart, knocking on your heart's door, ask him to come in, you will open up and let him in.